Following the release of his polarizing 5th studio album, Westside Gunn has officially announced that he will be releasing the 3rd installment of the Flygod is an Awesome God series, officially closing out the trilogy with a 3rd and final record. I refer to And Then You Pray For Me as polarizing because seemingly a lot of fans didn't mess with Wes experimenting with the trap sound on that project. So the announcement of Flygod is an Awesome God 3 has a lot of fans hyped, as the snippets we have heard, as well as the return of the series in general, seemingly promises a return of Westside Gunn's classic boom bap sound. Now, for most of 2024, Westside Gunn has seemingly been busy with his non-music hobbies. He's been working very hard to establish his Fourth Rope pro wrestling brand, and also been doing his thing with fashion, of course. However, in the last few weeks, he has been dropping various teasers and even been on record to say that the project is finished. So, with the record slated for a fall release, let's not waste any more time and get right into what we know about Westside Gunn's upcoming mixtape, Flygod is an Awesome God 3. Westside Gunn's 5th studio album, And Then You Pray For Me, dropped last year in October of 2023, and this was a very important release, not only because it was very polarizing with the trap influence, but also because with this release, Westside Gunn essentially said that he was retiring from dropping full-length 15 to 20 track studio albums. A common misconception is that Wes said he was retiring from rap, period, but that's just not the truth. In an interview with Rolling Stone to promote the record, Gunn would say, "This is going to be the last album where I take the time to say, this is an album. When I was doing the Hitler Wears Hermes series, I was doing all them projects like mixtapes. I was recording the shit in 2 to 3 days. I'm not saying I won't come with a 5-song EP with Madlib, or I won't do a 7-song EP with Alchemist, or I won't rap. I'll do all of that, but making a studio album, I'm done with that. It's back to dumping until I don't want to dump anymore. I'm going to have fun now. It's no more pressure." So, with Westside Gunn now taking a new creative approach, a lot of people were interested to see what would come next. What was his next move? What was this change really going to mean in terms of his future releases? The first time he'd really tease some new music would be just 2 months after the release of his 5th studio album, as on December 20th, 2023, Wes would post an Instagram story recording himself in his hotel room as a track featuring Stove God Cooks would play in the background. Fans are calling this song Realist for now, but it could be saved for the Michelle Records album. There's such conflicting shit about that project. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but Michelle Records is the album that Westside Gunn has been teasing since prior to Hitler Wears Hermes 10 in 2022. Now, he said in an interview last year that he would never release the project unless he went broke, and then if he needed some money, he would do like an auction bid type of fucking shit like the fucking Wu-Tang album a few years ago. But then also, some people are saying that at the Philly Fourth Rope show earlier this year, Westside Gunn said that Michelle Records is a project exclusively with him and Stove, and that he was kind of talking about it like it would be released sometime soon. I don't fucking know. Time will tell, I guess, whether or not that track appears on this album. I sure hope it does. It sounded pretty fucking great. However, once again, just a month after posting that snippet, we would hear some more of Wes and Stove, as in January, Westside Gunn would upload a whole entire song to Instagram called Kenny Omega. Westside originally teased the track, posting a snippet to Twitter on January 8th, but he would drop the song in full on the 23rd, and this was really a display of that new release mentality that Westside Gunn was speaking on with the whole retirement thing. In traditional Westside Gunn fashion, the song is named after a legendary professional wrestler, this time the Cleaner, Kenny Omega, and there's this moment on the track where Kenny's name is repeated a bunch in like this deep voice, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time I heard it I was like, what the fuck is this? And then as it keeps going, it's like, hold on a minute, I fucking got it. The song also has an insane beat produced by Denny LaFleur, and I'm assuming it'll be on Flygod is an Awesome God 3, but again, there's a chance it's saved for that Michelle Records project. I don't know. The details are so vague, but again, time will tell. Now, this was an awesome way to kick off the new year, as in the latter half of 2023, Westside Gunn had been talking all about wanting to redefine his release process, and bam, right at the start of the year, he hits us with this single that's not yet perfectly polished for a release on streaming with the mix and everything, but overall it sounds fucking insane. But in the following months, up until the summertime, Wes wouldn't really talk about music much at all. From February to April, Westside Gunn would really focus on building up the reputation and stock of Fourth Rope, his pro wrestling company that is doing some really awesome shit, mixing hip-hop and the squared circle. And following the debut Heels Have Eyes event in Philly, Westside Gunn would finally speak on music once again, saying that he is, quote, done with his new album, in the caption of a June 9th Instagram post. And from here, Westside Gunn would start traveling to various different countries over the summertime, slowly teasing new music as well as revealing details about his upcoming project as he travels. First, Flygod would go to Japan, and during his stay, he would link with Aus Taylor and Ty Dolla $ign in Tokyo. He would post a snippet on June 14th with a Yokozuna bar, and the song may be called Flygodzilla or SUPERFLYGODZILLA based on the caption. Then 2 days later on the 16th, Wes would post what seemingly is the intro track for Flygod is an Awesome God 3 to Instagram, with the traditional AA ration monologue complementing this dope-ass music video, kind of recapping Westside Gunn's entire trip in Japan, also featuring these awesome old-school Godzilla shots. It was really fucking cool. But after staying a little bit in Dubai, Westside Gunn would then go to Paris, where he would do some major shit during Fashion Week. First, he'd link with A$AP Rocky, who is dropping his highly anticipated album Don't Be Dumb later this month. I say this because Westside Gunn is damn near confirmed as a feature at this point, and it may be on that Whiskey song that Rocky teased a while back with Gorillaz. But then, during the Kids Super Show on the 22nd, Westside Gunn's brand new song Chocolate Face, featuring DJ Khaled of all people, would be premiered for the first time during the show, which apparently Jared Leto was there and Westside took a fucking picture with him, and I guess he tried to Shazam the fucking track when it was playing. However, the biggest news would come from this show that Westside Gunn did with The Alchemist, where during the set, Westside would announce that his next project would be Flygod is an Awesome God 3. For those unfamiliar, Westside Gunn has put out 2 Flygod is an Awesome God mixtapes, with both projects being highly regarded records in the Griselda catalog. The first tape of the trilogy dropped back in 2019, and to this day, Pete's Sake remains one of my favorite Westside Gunn songs ever, despite the fact that he doesn't even have a verse on the track. The second Flygod is an Awesome God mixtape dropped in 2020, just a year later, and you don't hear as many people talking about this one just simply due to the fact that it was kind of overshadowed by Pray for Paris. It literally dropped like 3 months after that groundbreaking fucking project. But it is damn near flawless, between one more hit with Stove God and then the fucking closer with Rome Streets making his essential kind of debut on the Griselda roster. It's a fucking awesome moment. Overall, the 2 projects already released in this series are absolutely outstanding. So with the 3rd installment of the series, greatness is expected. The expectations are high. I mentioned how Westside premiered that track in Paris at the Kids Super Show featuring DJ Khaled. Well, that track would actually be used as the official theme song for TNA Wrestling's annual pay-per-view Slammiversary, which is perfect because on the song, Westside has the line, "Word is I'm buying TNA, that's the rumor." But at the show on July 20th, it would be announced on pay-per-view when plugging the theme song that Westside Gunn's upcoming release would be Flygod is an Awesome God 3. TNA also put out a tweet when the announcement was first reached between them and Westside Gunn, and in that tweet they said that Flygod is an Awesome God 3 is coming this fall, so it looks like we have a little bit more to wait before we can actually hear this thing in full. But Westside would take to Instagram the following day to inform fans who hadn't seen the show about the announcement, and on the post, he would attach another snippet of a track called Big Dump, featuring Stove God Cooks, expected to be on the mixtape. The picture being used with Chocolate Face 2 is Westside with the mask, and on the post he says something about like, shit's too raw, I had to bring back the fucking mask. I don't think that picture is the official album cover for Flygod is an Awesome God 3. I'd be kind of surprised, although the cover for the second mixtape is just a picture of Westside Gunn. The whole bringing the mask back shit is hard though, considering all these people calling for Westside Gunn to return to his old sound. With Flygod is an Awesome God 3, that sound returns. At the second Heels Have Eyes event on August 2nd, Westside would play some tracks expected to be on this mixtape. The previously played Chocolate Face and Big Dump, and then also he would play a brand new track that I cannot find any fucking clips of. So if anyone was there and would like to share some information in the comments, please fucking do. But 5 days after the show on August 7th, Westside would tweet out that Flygod is an Awesome God 3 is album of the year, and that he executively produced it to perfection, which I cannot fucking wait to hear this thing. Now, over the past few weeks, Westside Gunn has been vaguely teasing fans about potentially dropping a separate project before Flygod is an Awesome God 3 to get fans ready for the big album release. And apparently, that prelude project has now officially been finished in just one single day. I guess Westside Gunn finished this fucking album in Paris. He put this video that you're seeing now out on the 18th, basically telling fans that he was in this studio waiting for his files to be sent over so he can mix and master Flygod is an Awesome God 3. But as they were waiting for the transfer, they basically just started laying tracks down, and before he knew it, this completely new separate project was completely finished. So potentially before this third Flygod is an Awesome God record releases, we'll get another project dropping right before the big release to build up hype even more. Also, just recently, Gunn sent DJ Static Selecta a track to premiere on Show Off Radio called Runway Pieces at the Last Supper. But with two projects on the way now, and Static literally saying in the video while premiering the track, not dropping, don't ask, it's not exactly clear what record this track was supposed to be on, maybe that Michelle Records album. But one thing that is clear is that Westside Gunn is super focused on music right now, and the fans are about to be very well fed. And with that, that's pretty much all we know about Westside Gunn's upcoming Flygod is an Awesome God 3. This is going to be a very interesting and important release for Westside Gunn, as not only is it important for him to live up to the lineage of the previous Flygod is an Awesome God projects, which I believe he fucking will, but at the same time, like I said, his last project he put out, And Then You Pray For Me, was given a lot of criticism. I guess I'm in the minority for saying that I really enjoyed his last album. Like, maybe I just smoked the right shit on my first listen, but fucking Kitchen Lights, the song with Jid, there's a lot of good shit on there. I personally didn't mind him switching it up and trying his thing with the trap beats and everything. I get the criticism as well, but I think on a lot of occasions people went a little too fucking hard. Either way, I have very high hopes for this upcoming project from Westside, and while we don't have a release date yet, like I said, based off that tweet from TNA, we can expect it sometime in the fall here in the coming months. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. If you want to go ahead and follow me on socials, you can find me on Instagram, just Casey Colkin, and Twitter at DigitalXDWNLD. And until next time, I'll see ya in the next one.